Passing through a lock required teamwork between the canal boat crew and the lock tender. This boat is entering Lock 17 next to Treasure Island in Bucks County. The boat is heading north and must be lifted. As the boat enters the lock, the upper gate, or drop gate, is already closed in an upright position. The boat is pulled into the lock and secured with ropes. Then the miter gate behind the boat is closed, and a long water elevator is formed in which the boat rests. To fill the lock with water and raise the boat, the lock tender opens wickets, a kind of water valve located underneath the drop gate. As the lock fills, the boat rises like a floating cork. The drop gate falls slowly and settles on the bottom of the lock underneath the boat. When the water level in the lock is equal to that of the canal, the wooden walkway across the upper end of the lock is swung open and the boat is pulled from the lock by mules waiting on the towpath. Boats headed downriver were always lowered in a lock. Lowering was simply the reverse of lifting. Boats being lowered always entered a lock that was full of water. The lower gates, the miter gates, were closed and watertight. The drop gate was lowered so that the boat could pass safely over it and enter the lock. Once the boat was in the lock, the drop gate was raised, which prevented canal water from entering the lock. With the boat now in a closed lock, the idea was to empty the water slowly and allow the boat to be lowered to the bottom. The lock was emptied by opening a set of wickets located at the bottom of the miter gate doors. Water rushed through the wickets and into the canal, and the boat went down in the lock. The wickets were kept open until the level of water inside the lock was equal to that of the canal below it. The final step was to open the miter gate doors. Here you see two women opening the miter gate by turning a geared iron wheel located underneath small wooden dog houses. The gate doors opened inward and rested alongside the lock walls. Once the doors were open, the mules waiting on the towpath below the lock pulled the boat out and continued their journey south. The lock doors were closed, and the lock refilled with water for the next boat headed downstream.